Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on the best products under $5, and I actually got this idea when I did my last video, which was the $20 makeup challenge. And in that video I was applying some eyeliner and I was like, oh my gosh, like how do some of these products sell? Like sometimes I'm just really surprised. And I got a commenter that said, you know, some of us have to buy these cheap products, like some of us just can't afford to buy high-end products. And I told her, you know, there's so many great products out there that are under $5. You just have to find the right ones. And that's the hard part, especially if you are on a budget. You can't just go out and test out a whole bunch of products and hope that they're good. So that just sparked like a light bulb in my mind, and I was like, that would make an amazing video. And so I'm just going to go over with you guys what the best products under $5 are, or at least what my favorite products under $5. First off, I'm going to start with face products, and I thought that the Rimmel foundation that I love was under $5, but it's not, like, unless they upped the price. But I thought it was like a $5 foundation, but it's like $7.50 now, so that was really surprising. But this was the one that I decided to share with you guys, and I actually did a first impressions on this foundation, and I thought the coverage was really good. It lasted a long time. It didn't last as long as some foundations. That was the only downside to this foundation. But for the most part, it was a great foundation. I felt like the coverage was great, and when you set it with powder, it lasted quite a while. This was the best one that I could find for under $5. For concealer, I found this one. This one's by Rimmel. This is the Hide the Blemish Concealer, and I actually used this under my eyes, and it works amazing. The thing I like about this is it's really moisturizing, and I feel like when I apply it under my eyes, it's not thick and dry. I love that because it's not drying and it doesn't like cake up under there, you know what I mean? So I felt like it was really easy to apply, really easy to blend, and then it was also really long lasting when I set it with a powder. The only thing about this is you do have to set it. If you don't set it, it will kind of have like a greasy cast to it because it is a moisturizing concealer. But other than that, it's amazing. I have it under my eyes today and it works great. I love it. And then for powder, I am using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and this is something that I think everybody needs to own. It's one of the best powders I've used, and I'm pretty dang sure it's under $5 or $5. But it's really good, and there's no point in me ever buying like a high-end powder again because this one works great, like just as good as any other high-end powder would do. So definitely check this out. It works great, and these products together all work really well together. For like blush and contour and things like that, I would go with the NYC Sunny Bronzer, and this has been raved about on YouTube a lot. Like ever since I started YouTube, I've seen raves about this bronzer, and it is really, really a good bronzer. I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so much like my Bronze Booster by Physicians Formula, which is like a $10 or $11 bronzer. This was like under $5, probably around like $3, and it's an exact dupe to the medium to dark one. And it's matte, it's the perfect balance between warm and cool. It doesn't make you look orange, but it also doesn't make you look dirty, which is a plus. And it's just a really good bronzer for under $5. For blushes, this is the best blush in the drugstore, period. I'm sorry, I don't care if it's cheap, it is the best blush I've ever found in the drugstore. These are the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes, and these last forever because they're so pigmented. You hardly need to get any on your brush when you apply it. If you buy one of these, be prepared to have it forever. Even though it expires, like, it will last you forever. But they come in so many beautiful colors. They're just great blushes. And then I got this actually in my $20 makeup challenge. My husband picked this out for me, and I thought it was so funny because I haven't used a Bonne Belle product probably since I was like 10. And he picked this out. I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And the only thing that's a negative to this is it's a little bit powdery. Like when you put your brush into the powder, it's a little on the powdery side, but as soon as you apply it to your face, it gives you the most gorgeous highlight, and it's really noticeable because sometimes what I notice when I buy highlights that are cheaper is you can't see them, and I feel like I have to like load it up on my face or it just doesn't show up ever. And this actually shows really well on your face. It gives you a gorgeous highlight on your cheekbones. So first is the City Proof NYC 8-Hour Lip Gloss. And the reason why this is so good is because one thing I notice a lot with long-lasting lip products or lip products that are supposed to last all day is they're always sticky. Always, because stickiness helps things last longer. But the thing about this is it's just a thicker formula lip gloss. It's still really smooth, it's still really soft, it's just thicker. So it helps it last longer, which is awesome. I love that, and I love that it's not sticky. And it also smells really delicious. It comes in great colors. It's just a really good overall long-lasting lip gloss. So second, okay you guys, this is my obsession. I love this. I love this. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Shield Lip Color by Wet n Wild, and these are so moisturizing. Like, I was really surprised when I first tried out these lipsticks. This is a really pretty coral color. This is called Salsa Lessons, and these are probably one of the most pigmented lipsticks I've tried in a long time, but they're not only pigmented, they're also really moisturizing, which is huge because I find with a lot of pigmented lipsticks, they tend to be really dry. And this is not dry at all. It's probably one of the most moisturizing lipsticks I've tried in a while. Comes in amazing lip colors. Just really, really good lipstick. And then the NYX lip glosses. These are the Mega Shine lip glosses, and I think a lot of people talk about these as well on YouTube. They're just really good lip glosses. They're very pigmented. It comes in a wide variety of colors, and they're really silky and soft. They're just basically what you look for in a lip gloss, you know what I mean? Like, lots of color selection. And then if you're really on a budget, you're really strict, you're really trying to save money, I would definitely go with the e.l.f. Super Glossy Lip Shines. These are $1. Last I checked, they were $1. And they're just really good, silky, soft, really good things to just throw in your purse. I'm not the biggest fan of packaging like this, but they still work really well when you're in a pinch or you just really don't want to spend a lot of money, because they do have good pigmentation to them, and they also are just really silky and they smell good, and they're just good, cheap lip glosses. For eyeshadow, eyeshadow is one of those things, they have them everywhere. There's so many eyeshadows to choose from in the drugstore, and to be honest, some of my favorite eyeshadows from the drugstore are the ones that are under $5. And my all-time favorite at the moment is the NYC Individual Eyes palette, and this one is in Smoky Greens. And the reason it's called Smoky Greens is it's because it's for green eyes, which I don't have green eyes, but plums tend to go really well with any eye color. But this palette is amazing. They do not fall under your eyes. They're really pigmented, they're really blendable, they're really soft, they're really silky, they don't fade, and they're not muddy, which is a big deal. I hate muddy eyeshadows, and I hate eyeshadows that fade, and I find that e.l.f. shadows tend to do that really bad. So this is my favorite palette at the moment. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes right now, and I've been obsessed with it. And it also comes with a primer as well. The primer's a little bit light. If you have darker skin than me, this would probably be too light of a primer for you, but other than that, it's an amazing palette, and I've been using it like every single day. And then the other one is the Color Icon palettes by Wet n Wild, and I used a Color Icon palette in my $20 makeup challenge, and they're just really good eyeshadows. They're very pigmented, and these remind me a lot of the Urban Decay shadows because they're really silky and pigmented at the same time. They're just really awesome, and I think these big palettes that have 8 shadows are only around $5, so I think that's really worth it. You're getting 8 shadows for $5. That's huge. And then last is the Maybelline, what are these? The Maybelline Expert Wear Quads. They are, I think, about $4.80 or something like that, and these are really good because they come in a lot of different colors and they last all day. I mean, the same thing as the other shadows. They're just really pigmented, really easy to work with and blend out. And then last but not least is the NYX Individual Shadows, and I'm obsessed with these because NYX shadows are probably one of my favorite shadows because, well, for one, they remind me a lot of the Color Icon palettes, which remind me a lot of the Urban Decay palette, or Urban Decay shadows. They're just very silky, very soft. They don't fall under your eyes. And when you apply them to your eyes, I feel like they just sit really well on your eyes. They go great over bases. They're really pigmented. They're just overall really good eyeshadows. And to be honest, I don't, like, they come in so many different colors. Like, I would just buy these over MAC. And I know that sounds crazy, but you can depot these and just put them in your palettes, and they work really well. Like, so for eyeliners and mascaras, the first one is the Fabuliner by Jordana, and 11th Gorgeous raves about this eyeliner all the time, and I finally went and picked it up. I'd always see it, but I never picked it up. I would just skip out on it, and I'm glad I finally did because it is definitely, without a doubt, the best liner under $5. I think it's only like $1.99, and it's really easy to apply. It has a bigger tip to it, which I was kind of hesitant about because I don't really like big tips on eyeliners, but it's still really easy to apply, which surprised me, and it's really dark. It always stays moist on the tip, and it's just a really great eyeliner, and it's cheap. Like, I don't see myself really switching from this eyeliner much. And then also the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara. This is really nice because the bristles are really small on it, and so I feel like it separates my lashes really well and also gives me volume without being clumpy, which is a huge deal. Like, one thing about mascaras that claim to be voluminous is they're usually clumpy. This one wasn't clumpy at all. I used about 3 coats, and it gave me really beautiful eyelashes. and it's nice and black as well. So eyeshadows, or eyeshadow bases, we all know about these. These are like one of the most talked about things on YouTube, I swear. But these are the NYX Jumbo Pencils, and these are great bases. They just glide onto your eyes so easy. They're about $4. They're really easy to blend out. They come in beautiful colors, and eyeshadows sit on top of these really well too. And they're not like dry and waxy. They're just smooth and silky, which is a plus. And I use these all the time. Like if I'm going to use a base, I usually go for these instead of like the color tattoos and things like that. I just find that these work really well. And then for nail polish is usually one of those things that you can find pretty easy under $5, but my favorite brand under $5 is the Wet n Wild Mega Last. These are amazing. They're so pigmented. I feel like you only need like one coat and you're good to go. I mean, I usually do 2, but they're so pigmented, I feel like you could get away with only wearing 1 coat. And the brush is really fat, so you just have to do like 2 swipes and you're done. And they're just really, really good nail polishes. So yeah, that is it. That is my best products under $5 video. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know. If you guys have any recommendations on products under $5 that you like, leave them in the comments below, because I had a really hard time finding a good foundation. I didn't find a primer. I didn't find a liner, like a waterline eyeliner. I couldn't find one under $5 that was good. An eye primer. So if you guys have other good products that are under $5 that you want to share, definitely leave them in the lower bar, because I couldn't try out every product that's under $5. So I think that's it. Don't forget to check out my vlogs, which is Carah's Life, to just kind of see what me and my family do every day. And also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I think that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.